Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Join us. I'm so excited. This is a very hot topic. So if you or anyone you know has trouble in the classroom or at home even with swearing, the children, not you, swearing in the classroom or at home, then this might be a broadcast for you. Hey guys, welcome. Okay, so come on in and get comfy. I'm Vanessa Levin from Pre-K Pages, one of the most popular early childhood websites in the US, and I'm also founder of the Teaching Tribe, my premium membership site for teachers just like you, teachers of preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, Head Start, in-home childcare, and more. And in the Teaching Tribe, my main purpose is to help teachers teach better, save time, and live more. So this is a weekly, twice weekly broadcast every Monday and Wednesday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And over in our free Facebook group, Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes, a hot topic the last few weeks has been potty talk and swearing in the classroom. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever had to deal with potty talk or swearing in the classroom. And if you've taught for more than a few days, I'm sure you have. So come on in, let us know where in the world you're watching from tonight. Ignore my dog, he is having a bark fest. Anne Marie is here, Angel is here, Cindy is here. I see lots of my friends here. How exciting. Claire is here. Oh my goodness, so many members of the Teaching Tribe. Hi, Cindy. All right, so welcome. Yes, Kelly says she's experienced swearing and potty talk in the classroom. So we're going to go ahead and get started because this is a very hot topic. And if you know anybody who has also experienced this, whether at home or at school or with their own children, go ahead and share this broadcast with them. Awesome. So the thing, Cindy says, just today in her classroom, she had that problem. So the thing that we need to know about potty talk or potty words is that they're completely normal for preschoolers, okay? They're totally normal. Even if your own children didn't go through that stage, maybe they skipped that stage, but it's totally normal for most children to go through a potty talk stage, okay? It's normal for preschoolers. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not annoying or it's not embarrassing if you're a parent, or that it's not troublesome if you're a teacher, because quite often the reason teachers have such a problem with this in the classroom is because it spreads like wildfire, right? The minute one kid starts the potty talk, what happens? All the other kids laugh, and that child that said it gets the attention. So what did that child just learn? That child got reinforcement that, hey, if I do this, I get lots of laughs and attention. And so it just feeds the fire. And then other kids are like, ooh, that kid just got attention for saying that word. I'm going to do it too. And hey, I know a word. Let me show you what I know. And so it just spreads like wildfire. And then the problem that teachers have is that the other parents get angry, right? So every parent thinks that their child would never say these words. Their sweet child has never said these words at home. But all of a sudden, it's about peer pressure, right? They're put in a setting where, hey, everyone else is doing it. Why shouldn't I? They're little kids. They don't know any different. They just know that their best friend just said it and got a big laugh, so they're going to do it too. So it's completely normal. But that doesn't mean that it's not problematic or troublesome or even embarrassing. So let's talk about some things. I have 3 tips to start with that are going to really help. Well, they've really helped me. I hope they help you. Is don't take it personally. So the thing that I find happens whenever a child blurts out a word, whether that's a potty word or a full-on swear word that you've never even said yourself. The first thing that we do is we see it as a reflection on ourselves as parents or teachers, and we get upset. So that's our immediate reaction, like, oh my gosh, what did I do to make that child say that? Like, why are they not following the rules or the directions, or why are they being so rude, or how could they possibly do that? Turn all that off. You can't take it personally. If you take it personally, it will become a battle. And let me tell you, I don't have to tell you this, preschoolers are very strong-willed and they will fight the battle to the death. So don't take it personally. Stay very calm. Okay, so don't take it personally. Stay very calm. So don't let and it could be harder for some than others, but don't let any emotion show on your face, because our first reaction, especially when it's a big swear word, is to go, you know, and we get that look on our face, and boom, they just got the reinforcement they needed. They don't care that it's negative. Kids don't care if the attention they get is negative. They need a reaction. They need to know that they're in power. Okay, and we're going to get to that in a minute. So don't take it personally. Stay very calm and show no emotion when they say these, even including shock. Even if you're shocked that that word just came out of that sweet angel's mouth, show no emotion. Okay, let it just glide over you, because it's everything that you do in the next second is going to reflect on what happens next. So if you show shock, if you show anger, if you show that you're upset, you just gave the child what he or she wanted. And that's negative attention, right? So, and it's going to really influence what happens next. So I really want you to think about those things. I know it's really hard to do. And a lot of the kids will give their reaction as well. And maybe the child that said the word wants the reaction from the kids too. So what we have to do is then teach all the children, okay, we have to have a whole group meeting, right? A class meeting, and we have to talk about these words. And we have to talk about how some words, you may say those at home or you may not, I don't. But there are some words that we use at school, and there's some words that we don't. And these are words that we don't use at school. And so you're going to have a whole class meeting and explain that. Okay. So even when kids know they're not supposed to say these words, though, they will, because they get that attention when they do it. So set the ground rules the first time it starts, because it spreads like wildfire. The fire has to be put out really quickly. So have that class meeting. That doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing this minute, but it's very helpful to have it. You know, the first signs of any kind of this is contagious type of thing, this potty talk, you're going to want to have that class meeting. And also, when it comes to not taking it personally, it's been a hot topic in the Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes Facebook group, because teachers take it personally. And they also get in trouble from their boss, their principal, their director, because parents are complaining that their child is learning these swear words at school, which of course they probably didn't learn them there. They probably heard them before, but that's another story. So we see it as a reflection of ourselves as teachers, and parents see it as a reflection of themselves as parenting. But if you're not swearing in the classroom, okay, you're a teacher, I know you're not swearing in the classroom. The kids didn't learn it from you. Why should you feel responsible for it? It's not your fault. That doesn't mean you're not going to do something about it, but don't take it personally. It's not your fault. Kids are being kids, and we can do things to help that. That doesn't mean we dismiss it. Okay, so I'm just making sure I got all my points here. All right, so potty words are going to signify that a child has a need that's not being met, right? We've talked about this before. All behavior is communication, and potty talk signals that the child has a need that's not being met. And a lot of times that need, when it comes to little kids, is the need to feel in control or powerful. Because what do we know about little kids? They don't control when they go to bed. They don't control when they eat. They don't control when they sleep. Everything is decided for them because they're little kids, right? Even at school. So they have this need to feel like they're powerful. They have a need to feel in control. And by saying these powerful words, because these words get a powerful reaction, then they can exert some kind of control. So this is why kids do that. They feel this need for control. They can also feel a need for attention, because they're seeking any kind of attention they can get, whether that's negative or not. And sometimes, now I know some of you, especially over in the Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes group, have talked about extreme swearing, and I have experienced that in my classroom too. And if you work with, now of course there's going to be some children who do that and they come from lovely homes, And we're not going to blame the parent. We don't know where they picked this up. They might have heard it on the playground, the school bus, we don't know. They might have listened in on a TV show one time when you thought they were in bed. We're not going to blame the parents when a child uses an extreme swear word. We're going to treat it just like any other potty word that we might hear. All those steps I talked about before, those are all steps you're going to do even with the extreme word. But sometimes when you're working with children who are at risk, okay, they have had experienced trauma, and those children really feel like they're not in control. Those children have really had extreme things happen in their lives, right? They've experienced trauma. They've seen their parents get arrested, or maybe they're in foster care. The police have been to their house a lot. They've seen violence in the home. Maybe there's drug use. We don't know. Those children really feel like they're not in control. And so they're going to use those extreme words in an effort to communicate, because they know that those are powerful words, and if they say them, maybe they might not have the right words to use. So in those cases, when children are trying to communicate and they're using those words because they're angry and they know that those are powerful words, then we need to show them a replacement word. Oh, okay. So same steps, even if it's the worst word you ever heard and you can't believe it just came out of their mouth, you're going to follow those same steps. You're not going to take it personally. You're going to stay very calm. You're not going to show any emotion. And you might say to the child, I can tell that you're feeling really angry right now. So let's say they just shouted at you a really horrible word, and they said it with this angry look on their face. You might say back, I can tell that you're feeling very angry right now. Are you angry about something? Because then you're going to have to go through and talk about ways to deal with that anger. So you're going to help children identify their emotions, because that child just might not have enough language to communicate. And that's a word that child has been exposed to, and that child knows. And that child knows that it's an angry word. And that's all the child knows. They don't know what the word means. They just know that it's an angry word. So be very sensitive to the needs of the children. So that's what our job is as a teacher, right? Our job is to be responsive to the needs of the children in our classroom. So if they're needing to feel more in control, and they're needing to feel in power, or they're needing to tell us that they're angry, then we're going to respond to those feelings in the best way that we can, the best way possible. And have a discussion with your kids about some words at school or at home. We don't really want to tell the kids that that's a bad word, because if they heard it from their parent, then their parent is bad. I used to get that all the time. We had, sometime in the mid to late 90s, we had a big push in the schools and in Head Start for anti-smoking, right? And we would have the nurse would come in, and she would do a whole thing on anti-smoking and how horrible it is, even in preschool. I mean, I'm like, they're not smoking, but they might see people who do. And I got a lot of pushback from the parents, because their kids would come home and say that they were bad or that they were going to die. And the parents felt really bad about that. I don't know if the program worked or not. I mean, they say smoking is down, but it's the same thing with swearing. So we don't want the parents to get angry, of course, but we don't want the other parents to get angry. See, it's a difficult situation, right? And then you have the kids who will call each other, not so much, they're using potty words to name call. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not going to use any potty words tonight, because some people watch with their children, or they may have children in the room, but they call somebody something, and they use that potty word in conjunction with a name calling thing, right? And when they do that, then that's not so much potty talk anymore, but more name calling. And so they're using a power word because they're trying to communicate with that other kid. Maybe they're angry at that kid, so they call him something head, you know, and all they know is that it means that they're angry at that kid. They're using a power word. So you have to replace that word with a way for the child to express him or herself. So maybe you would say to the child, I can tell that you're angry at Jason. Now, Jason took your car and you called him this. So what could we say instead to Jason to let him know that we're angry that he took our car? What could we say to Jason? Could we say, stop it, don't take my car, I don't like that? Could we try that? Would you give that a try for me? So we're going to give the kids the tools they need to be successful. And these tools, the great thing about them when we're teaching kids how to problem solve like this is that these skills will not just help them now in the classroom, but for the rest of their lives. So that is an awesome thing. Karen says she's dealing with this issue right now at home or at school, Karen. Wonderful. Hey, OBC. Anne Marie says her language impaired students who normally don't talk at all will pick up bad words. Yes, because they know that those are powerful words, right? They can get a lot of bang for their buck. They may not have other words, but they're going to use those words. So the children, so Anne Marie teaches special needs, and I worked exclusively with at-risk children and second language learners, and my kiddos would often use those words because not so much the second language learners, but the at-risk children would use those words because they didn't have a lot of other words to use. They just knew that those were powerful. And my second language learners did pick up those words because they knew they were powerful. Someone says, I have a 2-year-old in my classroom and he swears a lot. So yes, so try these with that child and see if these will help. So try not to show, 2-year-olds are acquiring language, right? And they're also in probably in the potty training phase. And that's when we see a lot of the potty talk emerging because kids are going through the potty training as we speak. And so these are words that they're using often in their daily lives. So it's totally normal for a child that age. Okay, let me go back. Awesome. School, says Karen. Yes, I knew your problem was at school, Karen. She's a seasoned teacher. I knew she wouldn't have any problems at home with that. But that doesn't mean kids potty talk no matter where they come from. Okay. Okay, so just to recap, when you encounter this type of language in your classroom, there are 3 steps that are really going to help set you and the child up for success. The first is don't take it personally because you're not the one who taught them how to swear, right? You're not the one swearing in the classroom. Don't take it personally. It's not a reflection of you or your teaching or your parenting skills. Stay very, very calm. Show no emotion on your face. That's the third one. Because anytime you do any of those 3 things, you take it personally, you get angry, and you show emotion, bingo, you just gave them what they wanted. So we're going to do none of those 3 things, right? And instead, we're going to look at ways that we can help them feel powerful and in control and give them words and phrases that they can use instead. So, child has a brother who does the same. Yes, and then of course there's times, this is from Debbie, there's times when it's allowed in the home and it's exhibited by the parents quite a bit, and then it becomes a problem too. But try these things and see if any of these will help. And really, in that case, if it is something that they're witnessing in the home a lot or they're experiencing in the home a lot and it's not a big deal to the parents, then you're going to have to really emphasize that school versus home chat that you're going to have. First have it in a whole group meeting, in a whole class meeting, and then you can have it individually with that child as well to let them know that these things might be things you say at home, but we can't say these things at school. Nona says that her kids potty talk in their native language, and since I don't understand what they're saying, it's easy to ignore. That's right. Yes, I would not know, would I? I remember one time I had a student, and I don't remember what country the student was from, but the student said a word all the time. I had no idea what it meant, but he said it a lot. It was like one of his favorite words. And so I thought maybe if I could learn this one word that I could help get him to speak English or something. Maybe it was something he was trying to tell me I didn't know. So I asked his mom what this word meant. And she was horrified. She was like, "What do you mean? That's his favorite word." She flipped out. She was like, "That's a bad word in our language." And I was like, "Oh, really? He says it like every other word." So she had a little come to Jesus meeting with him. I was shocked though. I had no idea. What about children making fun of others and what they wear? Oh my goodness, at that age, that's awful. So yeah, you're going to have a talk about ways to communicate with each other in positive ways. So one of the things that that I've done before is to practice compliments. I'm not really one for compliment jars or puffballs or collecting marbles in a jar or anything. But we just talk about manners and compliments, and it's really fun to see the kids start to understand that when they give compliments, they get a positive reaction from others. So, and then of course, it sets them up for success in life as well. Yes, yeah. If we don't know what they're saying, then it'll go away quickly, like she said. All right, so I'm going to compile all these tips into a blog post for you so that we can share that over in the Superheroes group. Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes. Tom will drop a link to that free Facebook group for you in the comments below. And if you're not already a member, you can go over there and join, where we share all kinds of resources. It's basically like 13,000 plus of your teaching buddies next door all in one room. It's a great thing. Yes, Kelly says that during her morning circle time, they share nice words and thoughts with others. That's a great idea, yes. To start your day in just a very positive, supportive, complimentary way. Absolutely. Okay, so if you haven't joined the group already, go ahead and do that, and then I will add this to the list of resources over there. And stay tuned because very soon I'll be announcing the dates for our No More Letter of the Week, our No More Teaching Letter of the Week book study that we're going to have exclusively over in the Preschool Teachers Are Superheroes free Facebook group. I'll be announcing the dates of each one of those videos. I have a whole video about it, about the book study that we're going to be doing. And I didn't give you a link, Tom, but it's at the top of the Facebook page there if you want to post it below. So you can get in the group, and then you'll be notified when we schedule the dates for those. All right, so I want to thank everyone for watching. If you're in the Bay Area, I will be presenting a full day of professional development training to Oakland School District this Saturday. So if you need the link, let me know. I think there's maybe still time to register. And I hope to see some of you over in California this weekend. So I will catch you again next week, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, here on the Pre-K Pages Facebook page. If you want to get a messenger message when I am live, just reply or message me through the Facebook page. And if you want to sign up for text messages, Tom will drop a link in the comments below on how you can do that. So that way you will never miss one of my live broadcasts. All right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a great day or night.